In Philadelphia, it has been widely reported that 83% of the arrests made for marijuana possession were of blacks and Latinos. We sat down with postdoctoral fellow Clemmie Harris to discuss how this issue has become racialized.
Congress in the late 19th century began to develop what we now know as national drug policy based off of a certain conceptualization of the roots of this problem. It was not a problem of American consumption as much as it was a problem of, of international production. Um, Mexicans were responsible for marijuana. Um, Asians, particularly those from China, were responsible for the production of heroin. If an African American male was high on cocaine, that he would be impervious to a 38 caliber bullet if he were shot. These types of depictions of external factors as the sort of foundation for understanding America's drug problem is really the root of being able to understand the ways in which our drug policy moved from a case of addiction to a case of public safety. You see overwhelmingly the African American community, say, that is roughly 12% of the nation's population, in many cases disproportionately represented within the nation's penal system. Right? It comes out of an understanding of an inherent criminality that exists within a certain group of people, but it is not based on anything scientific. Marijuana is a substance of a multi-million dollar and arguably billion-dollar industry. And that industry has used tremendous amounts of violence, paramilitary warfare, to protect it. It has wreaked havoc not only in American communities, but also in communities that border America, right? And so I don't want to make it seem as if there isn't a real danger in the black market production and distribution of marijuana, because there is. However, the question is not necessarily based on the ways in which illicit enterprises use violence as a means of protecting and growing their industry. The question is, how do we deal with the historic racialized implications of our enforcement policy and the implications that has on our communities and the fiscal health of our cities and states?